He fled from an accident he caused, then he tried to cover it up. So how will he be disciplined? 7 investigator Ross Jones has learned it's a question Michigan State Police don't want to answer. Ross?
Dave, good evening. How state police officers are disciplined when they cross the line is not a secret, but Michigan State Police is treating it that way after one of their own was caught in an embarrassing lie.
The average citizen easily would have been charged in this case.
But Trooper Kevin Klomparens isn't the average citizen. As we first showed you last month, he is the Michigan State Trooper that accidentally backed into a vehicle at a popular Southfield lunch spot in July, causing a few $100s worth of damage. He didn't report the accident and fled the scene, and when he later learned that the collision had been witnessed, he tried to cover it up by reporting he was the victim of a hit and run.
241, go ahead.
I just got sideswiped by a car. I'm at 8 and Lasher. He flipped and headed back east on westbound 8 Mile. I'm trying to catch up. Not exactly sure what kind of car it was. I think it was a gray sedan.
Klomparens, seen here in a recent Facebook photo, eventually admitted to causing the accident and making up the crime he reported. Michigan Attorney General Bill Schuete's office elected not to charge the trooper with anything. And earlier this month, MSP said they had disciplined Klomparens, who's still on the force. But just how, they said, is a secret. According to MSP spokeswoman Shannon Banner, the state is prohibited from releasing the details of discipline that is part of an employee's personnel file.
The act does not prohibit an employer from giving this information.
Robin Luce Herman is a media law attorney for Butzel Long in Bloomfield Hills. She says how the trooper was disciplined is public information. The only requirement is that the employer, in this case MSP, needs to notify the trooper in writing that the discipline is being shared.
The public right to understand what happens with police officers who disobey rules. I think that that outweighs any right that the individual officer may assert with respect to their privacy.
Now, the state's stonewalling here goes against its own recent practice of releasing disciplinary information. Just a few weeks ago, you'll recall, MSP Director Christy Kibiechu was docked 5 days' pay for a controversial Facebook post. That discipline was announced in a press release by Governor Snyder. Now, because MSP won't tell us what happened here, we've been forced to file a public records request to get it. That gives the state up to 3 weeks, really until early December, to have to provide the information, if they provide it at all. I'm Ross Jones, 7 Action News.